G'day everyone, Greg Canavan here. Welcome to another update. Today I'm going to go through a number of charts trying to get an idea of where we are in the market. The volatility is back again. But first of all, I want to start with a good news story and an asset that's going up in price, which is gold. So let's take a look at that chart now and see where we're at. So as you can see, in the last couple of trading sessions, this is US dollar gold price. Gold's broken out above that upper green line, which was previously resistance at about 1240 US dollars an ounce. It's broken above there, which is quite bullish. The other thing to note, gold for the first time since earlier on this year is now trading back above the moving averages, which is the 50-day moving average is the blue line you see there, and the 100-day moving average is the red line. So the fact that gold has broken out above support to the highest price in about 6 months, in addition to being above the moving averages, suggests that we're into a new upward trend, and I expect gold to, there's not much resistance there up until easily around $1,300 an ounce. So we could be there within a couple of weeks, or certainly early in the new year. Gold's looking good, and that translates to healthy looking gold prices. The chart I've got up for you now is the ASX Gold Index. It's the only sub-index of the ASX that's actually still looks good and in an upward trend. There was a bit of a pullback there throughout July, August, September, but it's recovered. The moving averages have crossed back over to the upside, which is good, and that's not showing today's bullish move by the gold stocks, but it does indicate that the trend is moving higher, and hopefully if you're a gold bull, we could be seeing gold stocks back close to their all-time highs from 2016, which you can see across the other side of the chart there. Okay, moving on, one of the reasons why the Aussie gold producers are doing quite well is the Aussie dollar has been weak for most of this year. It did recover for throughout November, but it's since turned back down. You can see by those moving average lines that the Aussie dollar against the US dollar is still in a downward trend, and I think that downward trend is going to be re-established. The RBA was out last week talking about potential quantitative easing, and even if that was just a bit of chatter about what they can possibly do, I think you're going to see interest rates. The next move down for the Aussie market will be down for interest rates, and I think that'll continue to put pressure on the Aussie dollar, which, provided the US dollar gold price, if that keeps heading higher, and the Australian dollar goes down, that's going to be really good for Aussie dollar gold prices and Aussie gold producers. So keep an eye on that sector. Moving on to the broader market, I've been looking at this chart regularly in the Rum Rebellion daily essays, also talk about it in these video updates. Today we've seen the market fall quite heavily at the open, and it's currently trading well below that important support line. And I've often said that if the market breaks sustainably below there, then you can be pretty sure that we're entering a decent bear market. Given today's action, that could well be the case. And the main indexes that make up, the main sub-indexes that make up the ASX 200 are the resources. As you can see there, resources are broken below support there a couple of weeks ago, tried to bounce back above it, hit resistance again, and they look like they're going to be heading south as well. So without the resources holding up the market, you really need the financials to do the job, and as you can see by this chart, the financials index, that's not happening either. Today especially, the financials are down heavily, and they look like they could go back to support from all the way back to 2016 in the coming weeks. So the bottom line there is the Aussie market's looking weak, and there's no real sign that the major sub-indices of the financials or the resources are going to prop the market up. Last one I want to show you today is an update again on Bitcoin. I showed you this last week, I think, or the week before. I said Bitcoin was heading to around $3,000 initially, might get a bounce from there, but then it's on its way to 1,000. So just a quick update, we're getting close to 3,000. The Bitcoin prices continued to fall, and I don't see any respite there for some time. Alrighty, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you again next week. Thanks for listening, and be sure to click on the link below to subscribe for more market updates.